Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we're looking at Koraxia times 4. So I did a previous video at Koraxia at 3 copies. And we kind of concluded that at 3 copies, she kind of sucked. I'm not making a statement. I'm just saying at 3 copies out of 8, she really wasn't helping my account in any meaningful way versus just running Bailey. So I got her up to 4 copies now, and I figured it was prudent to update you guys on how a 4-copy Koraxia performs in Eternal Evolution at endgame. Gotta keep in mind I'm an endgame account. And I'm going to say this one time. Keep in mind that at 4 copies, that is an average price tag of $1,500 US. Okay, so I have some pre-recorded footage. All of it's on my phone because that's where my main account is. I have one segment where we're going to go over what I actually did to Koraxia that has a voiceover commentary, and then we're going to actually dive into the respective game modes where I think that she is most likely to be used. So let's go over to, I think I got my face on it, so my face might pop up, but it will disappear real quick. We're going to go over that right now.
So let's take a quick look at what I got from one extra copy. We'll just let this play out real quick, just so you guys can hear me speak. Probably the coolest animation in the game, arguably. All right, okay, do your thing, girl. You're done. Okay, so we took her up from red or mythic 0 to mythic 1. And what did we get? Well, we got her X20 unlocked, but there's a weird issue here. So what does X20 do? Well, it gives us a bunch of, damage amp, damage reduction, and attack percentage, as it should, but the skill or the ability that it gives us is each time the execute effect is activated, increases Koraxia's crit damage by 13% up to 6 times. The stacks remain even after she dies. Now, the reason why I said this is interesting, or this is it's kind of weird, to be honest, is because if we look at the talents I got, all I got for taking her up a level was plus 7.2 attack, plus 7.2 HP, but the talents that are out of reach is her execute talent. Koraxia's basic attack can also activate the execute. I know I can still execute off her skills, but it's just funny to me that her X20, which benefits from her executions, she can't even really benefit from her executions. Yeah, so I'll show you where that is. That's right here. When dealing damage to targets with HP below 20%, Koraxia's skills will instantly execute them, ignoring invincibility, blah, 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 blah. Skills, so not basic. If you look at the very bottom, the bonus effects, you see that the exclusive is activated before the talent, which to me, I don't think it should be like that. I think that is an error. I think that you should at least get all of her execute abilities if you can unlock her exclusive that affects, or that is based on her execute abilities. So other than a little bit of HP attack and defense stat boosts, like I said, she gains a little bit of HP and attack from her talents. And then she gains what we already discussed on her X20. So that is everything you get extra from 3 copies to 4 copies.
All right, I'm going to bring in my face for this one for a little bit because I do want to mention one thing extra. So you see her power down here? 713,000. So typically a fully maxed out hero, like Immortal 5, Hyper Evolved 120, totally done, is around 1 million combat power. So she's not too horrible. Like at 713 combat power, that's not bad for a 4-copy hero. Just for reference, let's look at Nord on this account, he's not IMO 5, but he is Hyper-Evolved 120 X30, and you see Nord is 732,000 power. So all I'm saying is, at 4-star copies, she is about the equivalent of a almost maxed out hero. But does she perform that way? Well, that's what we got to find out. So let's pull up some other footage. I'm going to pull up this footage first. So, pause. Okay. So, I got to turn my voice off because I did this in bed. And I didn't realize I had my mic on. So, the first thing I did this morning when I woke up, and I'm going to I'm going to get rid of my head so you can see the damage meter, is I tested her against the guild boss. So, what I did as a test is I just brought in all 5 SP assassins. All of them. So let's just compare all of them together and see how they do. Keep in mind, single target boss. I think Koraxia can do a little bit more if she's got more targets to hit. But Halentus is an AoE assassin. Bailey is also an AoE assassin. It's just Rickert and Dom that are the single target. So here goes. Let's hit the button. Hit the button. Oh yeah, I'm just showing you. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm flipping that. Okay, right? Because they're not going to get shields, so here goes. Oh, laggy. Okay, there we go. So right off the rip, you see Dominic and Rickert are way out ahead. Koraxia trying, and I'm going to stop it right when she dies. So right there, you see Bailey, or not Bailey, Dominic and Rickert, they just take off. They just as soon as they start going, their damage is just leaps and bounds higher. So I'm just watching Koraxia's health because I do want to stop it right when she dies, because she is going to die because she's squishy with this health pool. Blah 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 blah. They're still going. 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 Right, they are almost dead. So I want to let this go as long as possible. Okay, there, she's dead. So now, even though she will come back, she can only basic at this point, so her damage meter really doesn't count. So let's look at the damage meter. She is a little over a third of what Rickert can do, who is keeping up quite well with Dominic. And then she is maybe 1/3 higher than what Bailey's doing. Keep in mind, again, Bailey and Halentus are more AoE type assassins. Keep in mind, though, that she's 4-copy X20, whereas Halentus, Bailey, Rickert, and Dominic are all X30. So her damage still sucks at 4 copies. 4 copies X20. Her damage still can't touch Dominic or Rickert. Okay, so there's that video. So what can we glean from that? Not impressed. I'm still not impressed with a 4-copy Koraxia. Okay. So now let's pull up the applicable game modes where she is most often used. Why was my mouse being weird? My mouse is not moving. Whoa, this is really weird. Let's try it up here. Nope. Oh, I think my mouse is dying. Yeah, I can't operate like this. Pause. All right, let's what's going on? I don't want to start the video over. I'm just gonna do this, and then hopefully that fixed it. There we go. Okay. Still slow, but we can work with that. Totally unprofessional. Okay. There we go. But my speed is really slowed down. All right. So Teradome. This is X3, right? This is the assassin, basically the assassin's arena. Don't really mind the gear loadout on my Fiona. That doesn't matter. Fiona's really just here to give shields. I'm testing out a new PvP build. So let's see how she does in Teradome. One time, no whammies. So the problem is she is going to die off the rip. take that down. There we go. So she's dead. So she is only basic king at this point, but she will revive and she will stay up for the rest of the fight. You see Bailey is running away with it, and Dominic and Rickard are being Dominic and Rickard. So Koraxia is back. She's alive. Nice and healthy. But she's not really helping at all. She's just kind of like a big old, expensive bump on a log. You know, it still does the trick. And keep in mind, having another assassin, being able to run 4 assassins, is definitely helping Rickard and Dominic. So not running her, or if I was to like pull out Bailey, Rickard and Dominic's damage would go down, and then Koraxia would be doing a bigger proportion of the overall damage, because keep in mind, all of that crits that feed into Dominic's mark come up as Dominic's damage, and all of the soul swords that are on all the other assassins feed into Rickard's damage. So running 4 assassins, Rickard and Dominic are definitely going to get all of the benefit from each additional assassin. You get what I'm trying to say? All right. So there we go. Let's look. Oh, let's go back. I want to see the damage meter right before it ended. Okay. This is close enough. All right. So what are we doing now? Now she's a little over 1/3 of Dominic's damage. A little over 1/3. So still, she's beating Bailey, but not by much. So we can kind of say that a 4-copy Halentis is better than Bailey and better than Halentis. And that's about it. So she does, like I said, she does help Rickard and Dominic, so we can't deny that they would not do those types of damage numbers without her and Bailey. But alone, she should be blowing them out of the water with her damage, being a $3,000 hero. Okay. All right. So Teradome, what can we conclude? 4 copies. Still not impressed. So now let's look up Idar. Let's look up Roulette of Truth. Pause. Get big. Okay. And let's go back. How do you think she's going to do here? How do you think? Well, let's see. First, we're going to fast forward through the summoner stuff, because that's just a waste of time. There we go. So, summoners do their thing. So here we go. Idar. We are running the same team. Fiona, Rickard, Dominic, Bailey, and Koraxia. So you see, Bailey's winning. Koraxia not having a good showing here. This is level 7, or stage 7, level 7. I guess it's level 7. So the fact that they can do this on auto so easily is kind of nice. It's very nice, I'm not going to lie. But once again, if you're watching the damage meters, you notice that she is about a third of Rickard. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. He's going down like a sack of potatoes. I don't know if that metaphor still really applies. Like, I guess we all still buy sacks of potatoes, right? But is she impressing anybody? No, she's not. You know, I think she was probably under a third of Rickard's damage before. Now she's doing a little bit better here. She's about a third, a little over a third. I was going to say she was half, but then Rickard just did some big old mollywop damage. So 1.2 versus 500. Yeah. And Idar is going to be dead. We're going to pause it so we can look at the... There we go, 1%. So 1.3 is Dominic, 1.4 is Rickard. She's 500, so she, again, just over 1/3 of the top 2 guys, and definitely she's blowing Bailey out of the water on this one. So she's making her presence felt. Keep in mind, we used to think Bailey was the cat's ass. And like, this is more of a testament to Rickard and Dominic, but I can't give it to them versus a $3,000 hero. So what can we conclude from Idar? At 4 copies, she's still unimpressive. So far, across the board, she's been unimpressive at 4 copies. The last thing we're going to look at is PvP. So all of my assassins are in Marauder gear. Whoop, pause. Let's blow this up. Let's get over to the window. Alright, so let's move my face down here. Put it right down there. Okay. Just so that you can see the damage meter. Okay, here we go. So, PvP. Koraxia PvP. We definitely, obviously, not going to use the tanks. If you want to see exactly what the team is, there we go. Actually, let's back that up a bit. Okay. So, if you this can kind of show you how I'm running. So, I am running a level 39. Whatever that's called, Impulse of Annihilation. I am running a 39 Assassin's Cloak and a 39. So, these are all 4-star copies. 4-star? 3-star. 3-star. Level 4 copies of each of the prototypes. Obviously, I need 2 more copies on each. Otherwise, this team is not really maxed. Rickert is Immortal 4. Level 2. He's actually Summit level 120. I don't know why that doesn't show up here. Dominic, Immortal 2, 120. Helentis is about level 80. Summit level 80. So Hyper Evolved 80. Immortal 0. And Bailey, I haven't put a crystal into him yet. I may still put a crystal into him. And obviously I'm going to pull Bailey out and put Helentis in. So I am losing like a buff from Bailey by not having in here. But Helentis, even with outside of Hell Arena, is still a better PvP hero. I proved that in a prior video. So this is a tank team. It's not an ideal tank team, so it is the 4 tanks and res. But at 3 copies, the assassins really struggled against tanks, and I even went so far as I pulled Bailey or Koraxia out and put Bailey in here, so it would have been Dominic, Rickert, Helentis, and Bailey, and they did better. So now we're actually fully pushing Bailey off the team. And, you know, this is not an equal opponent. You see, they are just chewing through these tanks. Look at the damage meter. If we pause it now, that's not horrible. Not horrible in PvP, because she is allowed to hit more targets. But she's not blowing my socks off. Panda's dead. Like, they are just chewing through people. And the fact, like, Wami's down here. Wami's the real threat. So Wami's down here, full health. Just laying the pain down on me. But we made quick work of the rest. And now it's just Wami and 4 assassins on Wami. I haven't lost an assassin yet. And then they just nuke him down. I got my finger on the pause button because I want to review the teams that I go up against. Alright, so this team. So this is not a 4-tank team. I think that the ideal tank team is the 4-tank team with Miranda. That would be the epitome. Wamagon is not hyper-evolved. Neither is Teresh, but Panda. And Nord are hyper-evolved. Nord is not really good against assassins because due to their invulnerability, it seems like they time it right when he ults. Let's see how this team goes up against a 3-tank team with Teresh and Nord. 4.2 million versus 5.4. So it is still a punch down. So they just chew through Miranda. Miranda's dead before she can even put up a shield, pretty much. And now Nord is going to ult, but he is dead, and we were immune when he ulted. So his ult did nothing. Nord did nothing for that team. And now we just killed Teresh. And now we're working on Wami. And it's just Panda left. So the big threat is out. And we did lose our healer But for the most part, the assassins are pretty much at full health. Ta-da. Alright, so this is a good team. Like, this is 5.4 versus 5.7. We're going to use this as the benchmark of assassins versus tanks, because this is, like, it's got the level 50 Titan's Hammer, Resurgence Crystal. It's got everything, and ideal configuration of the team. So, how does this go? Let's see. This is going to be, like, the real test of her, because that is the meta team in PvP right now. So you see Helentis doing more than Koraxia. Rickert and Dominic again taken off. Helentis. Now Koraxia is overshooting everybody. Oh, now she's coming back down. So can we beat this team, which is better than us? No, Helentis is dead. Fiona's dead. Koraxia is dead. We got him down good. What are we down to? We're down to Koraxia, Teresh, and Wami. But then, yeah, Teresh just destroyed us, and we lose. So not enough. Not enough. But if we look at her damage, that's not horrible, but it's not stellar. So we still lose against the meta team with an SP character. Tanks are still the way to go at 4 copies. It was an impressive showing, but just not enough. Alright. Next, I'm not going to show you guys all of these fights. We're not going to fight this one. Oh, yeah. You guys just saw that. Who else? This is a 4-tank team with Rebecca. And I do believe... Yeah, sorry you have to see all those texts. I do believe that we just, we chew through this one too. I didn't catch the combat power difference at the beginning of the fight. Just looking. Is my head gonna cover? You can't really see. Well, let's just turn my head off for a bit. So you see everybody's full health except for Fiona. Fiona will die because obviously the tanks are surrounding her. And they're just gonna ground and powder into dust. We can't kill Panda for some reason. And now Panda's just gonna nuke us all. So there we go. We just got ground pound. 4-tank team. Still can't touch. Vanguard team, I'm going to fast forward. They don't stand a chance. Against Vanguards go down like nothing. Energy. Okay, so energy, I've got really, really good results on energy. I don't think I've lost an energy one yet. They just chew everybody. Like, everybody. Like, yeah, she's dead. Koraxia is dead. You can see her, she's dead. But she's really in ghost state. She's going to come back. So she is really squishy, but now you just see everybody's dead. And she's actually still on the field. She's right there. She's a ghost. She never ever got we killed them all too quickly and didn't give them a chance to revive. Now, this is a 5.8 million versus my 5.4 assassin team. So this is the old assassin team. This is what somebody probably would have run. This is a good team. It's 5.8 million. It's a huge team. But we still, I'm going to fast forward, we still annihilate them. It's actually a fairly even fight. Even with Wami on that team, it's not doing a whole lot. Koraxia is dead, but she just revived. Now it's just Dom. And Dom's going down. I want to show you guys, what was that? Oh, that was energy. We just blow through energy. That's a Koraxia team. We're not going to fight it. I want to show you guys a summoner team. There we go. Let's fast forward. Okay. So this is a summoner team with Miranda and Dorley. And summoners used to be the hard counter to assassins. And at 4 copies, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, they still are. We get kind of hung up on Doragon, and we just let them chew us to death. So Koraxia is not dead yet. She still has not died. We are still in this fight as of now. But, you know, Dominic is stuck down at the bottom, beating on a tank that's not going to ever die. Now Koraxia is dead. Halentis, not dead yet. Now Fiona's dead. Koraxia is back. Halentis is dead. Rickard's dead, and now we're dead. Okay. And we're gonna end this right there. I did record some more footage, but I don't think you guys need to see all that. So in PvP, I conclude that she's definitely better. I feel the increase in power at 4 copies. And the fights that I was losing were basically tanks and summoners. Hunters, energy, teams like that go down fairly easy. Lesser tank teams, if they're weaker, go down easily because the trick is getting rid of Panda before he ults. If they can do that, it's game over. The assassins are gonna win. So while I feel a little bit of a step up in power, it's still not that impressive. I was hoping to get a lot closer to the other 2 top assassins, Rickert and Dominic, but it's just a marginal increase in improvement. So what can we say? Still not worth it. Yeah, still not worth it. And she's halfway done, and now I have to kind of finish her because she's halfway done. And keep in mind the price tag that it costs to get halfway. So I'm not going to go crazy like I did for the first 4 copies. I am going to drastically slow down my roll on acquiring Koraxia shards. I'm just going to get them through Hell Arena. If another one comes out in 2 months, so be it. I got to finish her off. She's the one I picked. She's the horse that I bet on. I'm going to finish her off. And then we'll see what happens. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave it at that. The safe word of the day is 4 copies. Put that all as one word, 4 copies. And tell me what you think of Koraxia at, what is that, Mythic 1 or Mythic Plus and X20. So we'll leave you at that. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Cheers, peace. Bye-bye.